Hey, what's up everyone, 𝐒𝐿𝐿𝐂𝐃𝐈𝐀 back with another video. Today we're going to be going over another very important topic, and that's going to be the top 5 things you need to do immediately once you hit the fleet and the Marine Corps. Now, after you finish boot camp, after you finished MCT and MOS school, a lot of Marines just don't know what to do. They get to the fleet, they're not sure how they can succeed, everything's brand new to them, they're still trying to get acclimated to their new command. This is going to be a guide for you to know exactly what you need to do to impress your command right off the bat. Now, the very first thing I want you to do is going to show great initiative to your command. It's going to be very impressive if you really hop on this stuff and you start knocking out immediately once you hit the fleet. And that's going to be your PME, book reports, Marine Net courses, and volunteer hours. A lot of Marines don't really step out of their comfort zone and knock out this stuff immediately. So what I want you to do immediately is knock out your PME. So PME is your professional military education. You should have already known about this at the schoolhouse, but if you don't, here's a little rundown of it. If you haven't done your Lance Corporal seminar or done your online Leading Marines course, you need to go ahead and knock that out. Once you finish your Leading Marines course on Marine Net, you need to ask one of your NCOs, one of your corporals, if you can attend a Lance Corporal seminar. These happen all the time wherever you're stationed. See if you can attend one of those, because you have to complete this course. It's a leadership course in order to get promoted to the rank of corporal. You're not going to be eligible unless you finish this. After you complete this, I need you to immediately, off the bat, even though you're a Lance Corporal or a PFC, I need you to immediately do Corporal's course online on Marine Net as well. I know you're a Lance Corporal, you're not a Corporal yet. This is something that you need to in order to get promoted to the rank of Sergeant after you become a Corporal, but is going to show amazing initiative if you get this done ahead of time. You can do this as a Lance Corporal. You can knock out your your Corporal's course online as a Lance Corporal, so I need you to go ahead and knock that out. It is going to look great to your command. It shows you you have initiative and that you're just trying to knock everything out as soon as possible. That way it makes it way more easy for you. Once you get promoted to the rank of corporal, your leadership's gonna be like, hey, I need you to knock out your corporal's course, and you're gonna be like, I'm good, I already did it as a Lance Corporal. It's gonna show great initiative. That is your professional military education rundown. Now the next thing we're gonna be going over is book reports. Book reports are not something that directly helps you immediately for promotion to the next rank, but it does help with meritorious boards, stuff like that, and it does show initiative and it looks good. There is something that's called the Commandant's Reading List. It has many different books you can read over, and you can write book reports on these subjects of these books, and you can submit them up to your CO and your command, etc. This just looks great and overall shows great initiative, as I said before. Other than book reports, you can do volunteer hours. Volunteer hours, you can just go to your local single Marine program. You can ask them if you can volunteer for a few hours, and you're gonna get what's called a letter of appreciation. They're gonna write up showing their appreciation for you for whatever you did that day, whether it was taking out trash, helping clean for whatever amount of time during that period, and they're going to give you that letter of appreciation, print it out, and this can be submitted into your MOL and show up in your awards page on your MOL account. This also looks great and shows that you're taking initiative, because I can tell you for sure a lot of people do not do any volunteer hours. It's going to show that you're going above and beyond to try to do what you can to get promoted to the next rank. And then the very last thing that we're going to talk about is going to be your Marine Net courses. Now this is going to be very important for promotion to the next rank, so I want you to knock out these as soon as possible. You'll be surprised there's not that many people that actually knock these out and care to knock them out in order to get promoted to the next rank. Your Marine Net courses are going to be some stuff like grammar, math of Marines, just basic school subjects, but they're very easy and you can finish them in a couple of hours. Go and knock out these courses, and make sure you pay attention when you're on Marine Net looking for these courses that they have what's called CEUs. These are the credits that you'll be getting that actually matter towards promotion. Now the second thing I want you to do when you hit the fleet is going to be establish a gym schedule or routine. This is often something that a lot of Marines neglect whenever they hit the fleet. Reason being is because when you're at boot camp, MOS school, MCT, ITB, whatever, you are forced to PT. Now when you get to the fleet, depending on your MOS, a lot of times you're gonna have to rely on yourself to PT and stay in shape. Infantry guys are gonna laugh because they obviously still PT all the time, same with many different MOSs. But a lot of this is gonna be determined on you just taking care of yourself, you PTing on your own time in order to get your CFT and PFT as high as you want it and get that good score you want. Now, whenever you make your PT plan or you go to the gym, definitely do not neglect running, pull-ups, doing your ammo cam lifts, stuff that directly helps PFT or CFT prep, because a lot of times guys will just be doing, they'll be lifting weights, doing a specific plan, but they completely neglect running or pull-ups or anything like that, and sometimes they fail their PFT. So just make sure you're staying solid in those aspects so that you can actually improve your PFT and CFT. Now this third one that I want you to do is not really Marine Corps specific related, but this is just for your overall well-being and what you need to do as a new Lance Corporal hitting the fleet. Now, a lot of people, they hit the fleet, they have money issues immediately. Junior Marines don't really make that much money. You're gonna be living in the barracks, all that good stuff. It's gonna be hard to save money, but I need you to be very disciplined and make sure that you're actually monitoring your paychecks and putting aside a specific amount into savings. That way you're not digging yourself into a hole. Don't buy that brand new sports car unless you can really afford it and you have plenty of money, but make sure you are putting aside money. This is just like a little bonus category. Make sure you're putting some money aside. Make sure you're in a good financial situation. You're not overspending on alcohol, stupid things, spending money on fast food and all that for no reason when you have the chow hall and all that good stuff. Make sure you take advantage of all the free stuff you have in the Marine Corps. Make sure you take full advantage of that. Make sure you're saving enough money, putting that money aside. That way you don't get into any financial stresses. Now the fourth thing I want you to do is to take initiative in learning your MOS. The mistake a lot of people make, a lot of new Marines whenever they hit the fleet, they don't really show any interest in their job and trying to learn it immediately. They delay learning that job and later on complain that they don't know certain aspects of their job and that they're not experienced in it when they could have just shown that initiative and tried to learn every little bit they could off the bat. Learn from an NCO above you, learn from other junior Marines that have more experience than you. Take initiative in your MOS and learn it. This is gonna look way better for promotion. This is gonna put you above and beyond a lot of your peers if you show initiative and learn your MOS to the best of your ability, study, and work as hard as you can to earn qualifications, anything like that. It is immediately going to put you above your peers. A lot of your peers could have great green side, better PFT, CFT, many different things better than you, but if you are way better in your job and you are way more competent and have way more confidence than them in what you are doing, it is going to look better to the higher ups above you. Now, the fifth thing I want you to do, and this directly correlates with the last topic I just went over, and that is going to be take your NCO's job. Yes, take your NCO's job. Take your corporal's job. You need to, as fast as you can, once you hit the fleet, try to take one of your corporal's jobs. Make it to where they don't have to do anything. That should be your goal immediately once you hit the shop. You need to take on little billets or little tasks that you see your corporals doing on a day-to-day basis, and you need to take that from them. Show that you have confidence in that aspect. That way they don't have to do it anymore. You walk into the shop and you're immediately, at the beginning of the day, you see that your corporal has to tell whatever junior Marines to set the shop up, do this, whatever morning tasks happen that day, that your corporal all constantly has to repeat himself to the junior Marines, telling them to do these basic tasks. You need to step up as a leader. Even though you're a junior Marine, you can be a PFC or a Lance Corporal. Step up, take over, and make sure that stuff gets done. That way your NCO doesn't even have to say anything. Immediately, right off the bat, if you start taking on billets, you start taking on your NCO's responsibilities, they're gonna show major respect for you. They're gonna really have confidence in you and trust you and doing many different things when it comes to your job. This is something very important. It shows great initiative, and it's definitely gonna put you above your peers. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you took those 5 different things to heart. Definitely, if you just hit the fleet, you're about to leave MOS school, you just left boot camp, take this stuff into account. This stuff is real. Once you hit the fleet, if you start knocking out your PME, you start doing volunteer hours, you start doing book reports, you start really showing initiative in your MOS, you are going to have a great time. You are going to succeed. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you all have a great one.